In that sermon, you threw out the title of an R&B song to illustrate a point within your sermon. Since the airing of your message, a 20-second sound bit has been trending on social media. Can you bring clarity to what the sermon was about and why the specific song title by Chris Brown was used?
James, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Let me say to those who have really been praying for me and sending encouraging words on social media, I appreciate it. I preach a sermon, James, and I'm amazed talking about the strength and the depth of women who have a relationship with God in their dreams. I was talking about Pilate's wife. That had Pilate had enough sense to listen to his wife's dreams, he would have been rewritten in history. And that men who don't listen to their God-given women end up messing up their lives. I'm a living example of that. And so from that, I talked about what is the alternative when you don't have a God-given woman. You end up with a woman that somebody else gave you. People have been taken affront by terminology, and for any woman who I offended, I didn't call anybody that. I pray that you are a woman of faith and a woman of destiny, but a man who steps out of his call outside of the will of God really is in danger. The word that I use that has caused such an uproar is strangely the same word the Bible talks about with Rahab. It's the same word that is used Gomer is who Hosea married. It's the same word Mary Magdalene had in her past. I don't even want to go this far, but it's the same profession that Maya Angelou had as a teen parent. So everybody has a transformation moment. So for those of you who are offended, it was never my intention to divide the body of Christ. 80% of my church, this is their first church. This is their first relationship with God. And so you find sermons and songs, Phil said Shakespeare. And so for those who took it out of context, I invite you to go look at the sermon in its entirety, and I promise you, you will not find arguable points about the strength and the power and the influence of women that dream. And that's the real main focus of what the message is about. And I hope that the body of Christ will not allow the enemy to use weapons of mass distraction.
Mass distraction. And that's what I saw today a lot on social media, Pastor, because a lot of people were saying, that's why I don't go to church, because the church acts just like the world. And that's why I stopped going to church years ago. What do you say to people who, that's their mindset and that's their thought right now?
Yeah, the people who say that's why they didn't go to church. Well, you just saw the clip today. Why didn't you go last Sunday? Why didn't you go to Sunday before that? It's amazing. There is no argument on social media about me sending 50 students to college. There is no blog or hashtag about me having the fifth greatest charter school in the state of Maryland with 150 on the waiting list. And so I think that we've got to evolve as a body. And what is amazing to me is that most of the issue has not come from people out in the world. It's come from the people in the street. But, James, here's what I want to beg the question. Is the people who have seen the clip, you know what they're not saying? They're not saying, what is that song from? So the saints know the song, they know the artist, and they sing it in their car and have it on their iPod. They just feel uncomfortable hearing it in their church. Yeah. So I guess that you've got to get to a place where we bring back Draw Me Nearer, and everybody wants to walk in the New Testament. So that's why God gives you so many different voices. If my message is too raw, is too edgy, then I'm sure you can find something that is more to your liking and to your discerning. I pastor incredible women, none of whom are hoes. I am the father of daughters, none of whom do I want to see raised as hoes. My mother is an incredible mother who's not a hoe. My sister is an incredible woman who is not a hoe. And so I think that we've got to stop internalizing self-hate and really begin the transformative power of the gospel.